Audio test, podium mic, check. 1, 2, 3. Audio test on the podium mic, 1, 2, 3. Audio test on the facilitator mic. Good morning to our attendees who are joining us here in the Board of Public Works hearing room. Good morning to city staff and executives. And if any members of the public are joining us, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room on the table. Indicate which item you'd like to speak on and hand it to me. Good morning as well to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. I do see a couple of hands raised. I'm going to go through those attendees with their hands raised and ask if you would like to offer public comment or agenda item commentary this morning. I'll record your information and then call upon you when we reach your item. I'll start this morning with Yvonne. Good morning. Good morning, Yvonne. We'll come back to you. Audit LA, good morning. Audit LA. Sandra?
Hi, TJ. It's Sandra, not Yvonne.
Yes, Sandra, I have asked you to unmute. Would you like to?
Hi there. Here I am.
Would you like to offer Sandra? Now,
TJ?
now I have multiple people unmuting. Sandra, since.
Yeah, I'm here.
Would you like to offer?
Public comment, please.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute. Yvonne?
Hello, this is Yvonne.
Yes, would you like to offer public commentary this morning?
TJ?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me? We will try again in a few minutes. I apologize.
Okay.
Sandra, you have unmuted again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. I will try Yvonne again in a few minutes.
Hello, are you able to hear me? I'm getting to unmute, but I can't hear anyone. But if you can hear me, I want everything, including public comment, please. But there's audio issues.
Hi, Audit LA. Would you like to offer? I'm sorry, I missed what you said. Would you like to offer public comments and multiple agenda item commentary this morning? Audit LA, are you still there? Okay, we'll try you again. Sandra, I see that you've raised your hand for a third time. Would you like to offer additional commentary in addition to public comment?
TJ, I unmuted, but I can't hear you at all. I've got the only reason I know you're calling me is because I see I'm unmuted, but I can't, there's no visual and there's no audio on Zoom.
Thank you, Sandra. I'm hoping that you can hear me. I'm asking city staff to join the Zoom meeting this morning to confirm that audio input is being received. And I'm getting word that there is no audio input on Zoom. Let me take a look at the screen that we have. Give me a second.
TJ, I can't hear anything. I've got it open and YouTube is the only reason I can hear your audio. I cannot hear anything on Zoom.
Hi, Sandra. Can you hear me now? I apologize. We're having
Yes, I can. Yes, that's beautiful. It's melodic to hear your lovely voice. Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. I'm glad that I could be one small positive point of your Friday morning, Sandra. Thank you.
Cheers.
I have you down for public comment. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute, and I'll
Yeah.
go through the other hands raised. Audit LA, good morning.
Good morning, TJ, and I too am very happy to hear you. And I want public comment and all agenda items, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment and multiple agenda item commentary this morning.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you. Yvonne, good morning.
Good morning. That was a little bit twilight zoning. Welcome back to the same plane of existence, I guess. I would like to do a general comment and multiple items, please.
I have you down for public comment and multiple item commentary this morning. Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you.
Laura FM, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Would you like to offer public comment?
Yes, general public comment, please, and then just on the minutes.
Very well. I have you down for public comment and commentary on the minutes. Thank you.
Thanks.
Again, if there are any members of the public who would like to offer commentary here in person, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room and hand it to me. I'll record your information for the record. And I'll make another call out for attendees who may have joined and wish to offer commentary in approximately 3 minutes. The board meeting will get started in approximately 6 minutes. Thank you. Good morning again to our attendees who are joining us on the virtual platform. I do see a couple of additional hands raised. I'm going to go through and ask if you would like to offer public comment or agenda item commentary this morning. Georgina?
Yes, please. Public comment and agenda items, please.
Very well. I have you down for public comment and multiple agenda item commentary this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. And Gigi, good morning.
Good morning. I would like general and all items.
Very well. I have you down for general public comment and multiple agenda item commentary. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute and lower your hand. If there are any other members of the public who wish to offer commentary and you're on our virtual platform, please raise your hand at this time. I'll ask you to unmute and indicate, and if you could indicate which item you'd like to speak on. And for members of the public who are joining us here in the hearing room, good morning. If you would like to offer public comment, please fill out a speaker card located in the back of the room, indicate which item you'd like to speak on, and hand it to me. And we should get started with the board meeting in approximately 2 minutes. Thank you. And we are in record mode and ready to begin. President Kang.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of Public Works for Friday, October 31st, 2025. So happy Halloween, everybody. Mr. Knight, please take roll and establish quorum.
Good morning, President Kang, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tem Grant, and Commissioner Mitchell are present. Commissioner Cardenas is on an approved vacation today. We do have a quorum. We are joined by City Attorney Representative Adina Hopenstan. I'm TJ Knight with the Board of Public Works. President King, we have no in-person public commenters, and we have 5 multiple agenda item commenters and 6 public commenters on the virtual platform this morning. We have no neighborhood council commentary.
Thank you very much. So before we get started with public comment, I do want to start with our special presentation for this morning. So it is a bittersweet moment for the Board of Public Works here at the City of LA. Our trusted City Attorney Adina is moving on, and this will be her final meeting with us in this capacity. She'll still be part of the city family, so we want to wish you the very best in your next chapter. So before we get started, I want to have an opportunity for the commissioners to provide some brief remarks about our outgoing city attorney. So Vice President Chavez, you want to kick us off?
Well, thank you, President King. Well, yes, as President King said, very bittersweet. During our short time here, and it's been a year as of yesterday that many of us were sworn in, you provided the guidance and the support and the knowledge and the background that we really needed to help set us up for success. So we really appreciate your support for us and your guidance, and we wish you well in your new endeavors as you set, what's the word? It's not set sail since you're going to the airport, but we we know that you will do extraordinarily well at LAWA. They are very fortunate to have you, and they are also embarking on many major capital projects. So I'm sure there will a lot of your experience in public works will serve you well. So thank you so much. We really appreciate all your help and support.
All right, and President Pro Tem Grant.
As chair of Recovering Attorneys Anonymous, which there are a number of us on the board, I also want to extend a gratitude. Council, from my experience with the union, has always been very important, and it was just seamless coming here. The clarity, the dedication, and just a sense of surety then, if things were a little iffy or questionable, to turn to you. And I just appreciate you being there and helping us through this.
And then Commissioner Mitchell.
Okay, Adina, I promise not to cry this day, okay? Thank you so much for your service to the Board of Public Works and to the Department of Public Works in your tenure. I actually got a call from LAWA last night, and I said to that individual, I was like, look, if you don't treat her right, I'll have to come and talk to you, lawfully, of course. So we appreciate the advice that you've given us in your professionalism, and we can't say enough about about your, I don't know, contribution to this board. As Commissioner Chavez said, we just celebrated our 1 year being sworn at yesterday. And so, and our first meeting wasn't until November 4th, but in that short period of time, you've actually made us, I think, to be better commissioners than we otherwise would have been without your advice and counsel. And just the fact that, you know, your whole team is here this morning to mark this occasion, including Mr. Jordan, is part and parcel of the esteem with which you are held, not only by us, but certainly those in the city attorney who have worked, city attorney's office who have worked with you. So good luck. And if you ever need to come back, or if you need me to come over there and talk to those people, lawfully, of course, let me know.
And I do want to echo the sentiments of the entire board, and I know Commissioner Cardenas wanted to be here, but thank you again on behalf of the entire board. And I know our executive officer and our assistant executive officer, they're both here. We greatly appreciated your years of service. We're definitely going to be missing your sound counsel. So although we have the entire city attorney's office represented by Mr. Jordan and Thomas and Virginia here and Daryl, yeah, you will be missed. And thank you again for your incredible service to all of us. I think most of us, it's been about a year since joining the board, and we couldn't have done this without you. So, do you want to?
I'd love to. I have to say I'm so extraordinarily touched by the recognition, the kindness, but I'm not surprised by it because the Department of Public Works, the Board of Public Works does such essential work, but it's really made up of all the people who do that work, including yourselves, and the heart and the commitment you bring to the city is inspiring, it is rewarding, and just to be even a slice of a piece of that to help you do the work you do has been such a privilege.
So thank you, thank you, thank you. And then why don't we all kind of,
Oh, point of information. I just realized with the appropriate send-off, which is we are excited to see you soar to new heights, quite literally. Congratulations.
Mr. Jordan, would you like to offer some words on behalf of the office?
Thank you. I absolutely would. You've known Adina as your counsel for sort of a relatively short amount of time. I've had the just absolute pleasure and fortune to have worked very closely with Adina for a much longer amount of time. And I'd like to amplify everything you said, because everything you've experienced in the time that she's been your counsel, I've been very fortunate to have the entire time she's been in the general counsel division. So it's it's a loss to the commission to lose such a competent and dedicated and passionate council, and we're feeling that too. You're in extremely good hands because of the team that Adina has put together, and she has an excellent, excellent team, and they're going to, guide you through all of the, continuing challenges that the board faces. She helps you implement the policy goals that this board has, and that's a very, very critical part of the city, is the Board of Public Works and the work that you do and having sound counsel. So we're also as grateful as you are for the work that Adina's done for you. And the luckiest person in the city attorney's office is Brian Osler, the general counsel to the Los Angeles World Airports, for having the best attorney in our office be her assistant general counsel. So, but thank you, and for letting me have a chance to address you and let you know how we feel. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So on behalf of the board, yes, let's give a big round of applause to Ms. Adina. Thank you. And board members, why don't we take a photo behind here with the certificate to our outgoing city attorney. All right, everybody. Continuing on with our special presentation for today. We also, it's not only bittersweet for our outgoing city attorney, but we also have to bid farewell to another member of our Public Works family, Mr. Kevin Liu. If you want to come up to the podium. So Kevin Liu is currently the Streets Policy Manager at the Office of Mayor Karen Bass at the Office of Infrastructure under the leadership of Acting Deputy Mayor Andrea Green, who's also present. Thank you for being here. So Kevin is starting a new role with the Department of Transportation starting next Monday. And just like Dina here, Kevin has been a very trusted hand and sound counsel and a policy expert for all members of this board. So thank you very much for your partnership and support over the many months since we've joined the board. And I also want to provide an opportunity for members of this board. President Pro Tem Grant, would you like to kick us off?
Sure. There's a rumor that within City Hall, things are a little bit bureaucratic, stuffy, formal, and distant. It's just a rumor. But Kevin, your partnership, your friendship is actually cut against that. And it's been especially helpful for me, and I think for my colleagues coming on relatively, frankly, just new. But your modesty, your pragmatism, your friendship, your cordiality, but also just sort of a common sense approach to figuring out how to solve the problems, not in a dogmatic way, in a way that in fact built trust on my part and some surety in terms of figuring out that there is a solution to it. And that's been particularly invaluable. Hopefully we're not gonna lose your friendship, but we are gonna lose your counsel and your presence here. And so good luck over there, and we're looking forward to working with you again.
All right, Vice President Chavez.
Thank you. Kevin, it's been such a pleasure working with you. I think the thing that really touched me the most is how you always put community at the focus of all the work that we do. You know, I always say public works isn't about the pavement, it's about the people, and you certainly made that true. And I think that your unwavering commitment to make that the focus of the work that we do really reminds us of why we're all here, why we're in this building, and understanding the real world impact of the choices that we make day in and day out, whether they're at a board meeting or at the, the coordination meetings that we attend. It's all about kind of bringing it home and back of how does this impact people's everyday lives. And I think that that was you always brought that heart back into it. So I think that will serve you well in your next chapter at transportation, as you continue to push forward on infrastructure and services for the people. I know you'll do that in your new role. We look forward to continuing to work with you. So we're happy that you're not going too far away, but you'll be able to use your skills that you learned here and your relationships in your new role, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
And then Commissioner Mitchell.
Well, congratulations, Kevin. You managed to get away from us, but not far. And we want to thank you and commend you for your sound advice and counsel to us in the year that we've been on the board. I always liked that you were available when I had to scream out and say, did I do something wrong? Or is this, just kind of being the sounding board for a lot of things that I was involved with. But I can tell you one thing, you can't get away from us. You're only catty-corner at the Caltrans building. And I assure you that Commissioner Grant and I will be joining you at the cafeteria, where I have not eaten in I don't know how many years. But anyhow, you take care and don't be a stranger. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. And we hope we can keep that sound relationship with you.
So thank you, Kevin, for all of your help. I know for members of the public, you don't see much of the behind the scenes here at the board meetings, but many from our city attorney to Kevin to our Deputy Mayor Green, they've been very responsive. There are many issues that come before us, and we appreciate you always being available to provide guidance on many of the policy issues that come before the board. And I know you're not going far. We'll be working very closely on HLA. So thank you, and I wanted to provide some time for you for remarks as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, board, for the recognition. I'm incredibly humbled to be even on the same agenda as Adina, our great city attorney here. Also very sad to be losing you, and I really do wish you the best at LAWA, and they're very, very lucky to have you. And so it's been about a year and 3 months since I've started at the city, and so well, maybe not so much for Commissioner Chavez, but for us, we're in the same city years age, right? We're all still city babies, and it's been incredible navigating that whole process with you all and learning side by side with you all and understanding the process, and most of all, as what we've heard already, understanding Public Works and how Public Works gets things done. And it is about people, it is about community. And I'm not going far. I am going to transportation. And I've been joking with some of my Public Works colleagues. I'm going to be a Public Works inside agent at DOT. So you can rely on me. But I really am humbled by the recognition and really just privileged to be able to share spaces with you all and your incredible knowledge and experience. And so thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
And then lastly, before we present, I want to invite our Deputy Mayor Green to say brief remarks on behalf of the Mayor's Office of Infrastructure. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you. We're gathered like to say goodbye, but it just feels weird because he's not going that far. We're not saying goodbye. We are absolutely still going to be talking to him every day and still be on all these Zoom calls just from a different angle. But we are really happy that Kevin is moving on to something that he's very obviously very passionate about. When we talked about him moving on, I told him, I'm not surprised because this is, kind of just embedded in you as a person in terms of issues that you're really, really passionate about. And he'll be continuing to work on a lot of policy areas that we're directly involved in. So we're happy to see him blossom and grow. Unfortunately, Deputy Mayor Winston couldn't be here today. He's still out, but also he'll be connecting with Kevin when he gets back, and so that we can celebrate him again. But we're excited that he is moving on to something he's very excited about. Sorry for ourselves, because it is a tremendous loss to our team, but we know that he's just a stone's throw away. So we will definitely be literally, and we are at the Caltrans building almost every day. So we'll definitely be in close contact with you, Kevin, and good luck to you. And Adina.
All right, if we can have Kevin and Andrea Green join us back here for the certificate. Dahlia, join us. We'll first do a photo with the commissioner and Kevin, and then we'll have the MOI family join us. All right, we are back to our meeting. We're going to get started with our general public comment, which is an opportunity for the public to provide, to address the board on public interest items, and will be provided up to 1 minute per person, up to a cumulative total of 10 minutes for the general public comment segment of each regular meeting. Testimony shall be limited in content to subject matters which are within the jurisdiction of the Board of Public Works. The board may not take any action on any matters discussed during the public comment period. So we do not have any in-person speakers, so we will transition to our virtual platform.
Thank you, President Kang, and we'll go ahead and get started with general public comment, and we'll start with Yvonne, followed by Audit LA.
Thank you. Neither of those folks can lead because we have policy issues still at hand. The permit that is supposed to start today at 11 o'clock and end at 9 p.m. The actual activity is to begin at 4 o'clock and end at 8. The problem I have is that the Scientologists began to close the street yesterday morning at about 8:30. That is 26 hours before the event. What is the policy? How are we supposed to interpret this? None of the streets were posted that they were to be closed early, and there is no evidence that they are doing the permit properly. In addition, observed was a roll-off container for debris at 1403 Catalina Street, which indicates that they're going to do some major
Thank you, Yvonne.
modifications.
That's 60 seconds. We'll move next to Audit LA, followed by Sandra.
Good morning, everyone. I also want to talk about the Halloween permit. I'm actually really saddened that it happened because it shows me that there's still a huge disconnect. I understand from the city, it's like, well, we have to allow entities to have this, but for over a year now, I've only missed 3 meetings, but you have a group of people who are adamant that we're fighting human trafficking, we're fighting all kinds of things. You have a book in hand. I hope you're reading it. Please read it. And the author came last week and said his life, he was tortured for those 20 years and that the city failed him. And I feel a heaviness that the city just failed any people who are going to be recruited at today's event. This is not a joyous where they're celebrating to pass out candy for the community. This is absolutely a recruitment tool for people to join the Sea Org eventually and to be imprisoned, family separation, slave labor, everything that we've been saying for
Thank
a
you.
year
That's
now.
60 seconds. And we'll move next to Sandra, followed by Lara FM. Sandra, go ahead.
Happy Halloween. We come to you week after week, submitting statements and video proof of Scientology violating permit after permit, violating the rights of the public who, unlike Scientology, pay their taxes. We have also addressed the slave labor working on the city streets in violation of the Fair Labor Standards Act. You heard Jamie Mustard the other day speak of little child self shifting gunk out of air vents at 7 years old. He has detailed in his book the neglect of infants in their so-called daycare, as has Lara Anderson. There are 3 open cases against David Miscavige and the Church of Scientology right now for forced labor, child sex trafficking, and abuse in your courts. Please revoke the R1 permit and rename the street. Justice for Lisa McPherson and Whitney Mills. Churches are giving and charitable. Scientology is a real estate self-serving criminal scam. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
And we'll move next to Lara FM, followed by Georgina.
Hi, Board Public Works. This is Laura again, a child born and raised in the cult of Scientology. So disappointed that Scientology was given this Halloween permit. I will be spending my Halloween, since I never had Halloween in the cult of Scientology. I will be spending my Halloween today protesting their abuses and that they use these permits for recruitment. I'm literally so disgusted. I will talk more on the specific agenda items, but I'm so disgusted. Are you guys going to do this again for the Christmas Winter Wonderland parade? The setup? Like, is there somebody in your department that's allowing this? Is the person giving the permits allowing all this? If it's not the board, is there somebody in your office accepting Scientology's crap? This is so horrible. I yield my time.
And next we'll move to Georgina, followed by Gigi.
Thank you. Here we have yet another example out of numerous examples of them abusing their permits. You know, they really should be denied all future permits as a consequence of these actions. They are continually abusing the permits. They display permit requests, which are very different terms than the actual permit. They start a day before the permit. They don't post the permit. They don't post the street closure. Time and time and time again, they're abusing these permits, and yet you keep issuing them new permits. Please revoke their street permit. Thank you. I yield back my time.
And Gigi.
Yeah, so first, President King, I want to say I really appreciate how you do the photos. I remember previous times having to wait 15, 20 minutes for photos to be taken. I guess maybe if the crowd's bigger or whatever, but I appreciate how you are speedy with that. I also want to talk about the Halloween permit. I think that it's really disappointing to me at this point in time, after all you guys have heard, that they are getting this permit. Last year they had a blackout maze. I don't know if it's there today, but there was some creepy looking stuff going on in there with adults going in there with kids that weren't their kids, and no one was there to like make sure nothing was going on. And a kid could have tripped in there, fallen, and then what? Like, blackout maze should not be there. But the permit shouldn't be there at all. And you guys are going to hear a bunch of it at the next meeting. I'm sure that there's going to be so many different violations that they're doing that are going to be pointed out on Monday. A way to stop that would be just don't issue permits to people that don't follow the freaking
And that's
rules.
60 seconds. Thank you, Gigi. And that concludes public commentary this morning, President.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close general public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wish to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to 1 minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we will transition to our virtual platform.
Thank you, President Kang. And we'll go ahead and start with Yvonne on multiple agenda item commentary. Again, please indicate which item you're speaking on.
Thank you. On the minutes to begin with, if you recall about 6 weeks ago in the minutes, you should have recorded, if you had it recorded, there was a fire at 720 Vermont Street, a building called Hubbard College of Administration. And that is under investigation, likely caused by unpermitted work being done by unqualified individuals. My concern that I raised about the 1404 this morning should be in the minutes, because I believe that you are setting yourselves up for another fire, and that building is a multiple use. People get 4 to 8 hours of sleep in that building, and God forbid they catch on fire while they're in sleep. Thank you. Number 6, the Bureau of Street Services. There isn't any way of calling and getting them to come and reopen a street that is prematurely closed. They also can remediate this by having advanced warning and posting it as part of their press release, what streets are going to be closed when, including those for special events. Thank you. That's all I have for today.
And we'll move next to Audit LA, followed by Laura FM. Audit LA, please indicate which item you're speaking on, and you can go ahead and start.
Thank you. Good morning again. I want to speak first on the presentations. I want to take my time to thank and appreciate Ms. Hoppenstand. I am sad to see her go. I'm sad to see you go, Ms. Hoppenstand. I know it's been over a year now, and you know how many times like we would joust a little bit with the being on topic, and a few times you let me win that argument, and I appreciate that. But I do believe you helped make this commission the best commission we've had, because there has been progress. I'm very upset about today and this permit, but I can't deny there has been progress. But also I know that for a fact that Scientology did come to you and try to get special favor when it comes to opening up their sidewalks, and and you stood by the law. You didn't give in, and that shows ethics. That shows integrity, in which a lot of that's lacking in this city. A lot of people make compromises. A lot of people do that, and I'm not saying anyone here in this board. I don't believe that, but that exists. And to stand on principle, to stand on law, it shows me that you have integrity, and you totally gained my respect from that. I wish we could keep you here, but hey, our airports need you too, and I hope and I hope you remember everything. Although I know you're probably happy, like, oh my gosh, I finally get rid of Audit LA, and and all this, and and I could appreciate that, because I can imagine it's been endless. And I'm kind of waiting for you to call me off topic, but I'm glad you haven't. Thank you, Ms. Hoppenstand, for that. Thank you for your service. But so I don't get called off topic, I'll move on. When it comes to contracts, I am begging you guys to please revisit our permit. You can do it. You have the power to do it. they have not been abiding by it. On they have rules that they have to follow, and they have not. From what I can tell, for the past 20, how many years that they've had it. So it is totally feasible for them to have that questioned and evaluated and revoked. And when it comes to street updates, same thing. I've been asking for the same updates. The city cannot prove, and I hope Mr. Ted, when as he goes to LADOT, I don't know if he's still in the room, will help find see if there is any proof that it's no parking, because so far the city cannot provide any proof. So so the Department of Public Works portion of it should be to open up that street, and you, like we said, unpave it, do what you need to do to make it solid for the community. There are 3 hospitals. There's the Metro. The city is expanding. The hospital is getting a new building right there at the corner. We need it not only to be a parking available, but to let it be open. So I
Thank you.
thank you
That's
that
3
there's not.
minutes. And we'll move next to Lara FM, followed by Georgina. Please indicate which item you're speaking on.
Hi, so 5 contracts and street updates and minutes, and we're going to be quick though.
Go ahead.
Okay, so again, on this R permit for Our on Hubbard Way contracts, if somebody violates at all permits at all in any way, their permit is automatically revoked. If somebody doesn't abide by the permit or the contract, whether it was 15 years ago or 20 years ago, if they're not paying insurance and things like that, why is it so hard to get somebody on Public Works to revoke their permit? Revoke it back to North Normandy. Guess what? Nobody will give a shit. In fact, people will feel heard because it was changed from L. Ron Hubbard Way, the con artist, cult starter, family destroying leader of Scientology's name will be put back to what it was, North Berendo Street. I live literally down the street, okay? And this is a con man who has ruined and destroyed people's lives. Who's behind this? Scientology put the name up. You guys have the ability to take it back. Why are you afraid? What is going on? Is there somebody on the board in your group that's quietly, secretly signing off and saying, yes, you can have it. Don't worry, I got you. Is that what's going on? It's not okay. It needs to be investigated. That goes same thing for the street update. Update it back to North Berendo. Take the L. Ron Hubbard, revoke their permit. They do not deserve it. It should have never been given to them. They haven't been upholding it, and they are not paying the insurance. There's many more reasons why it needs to be revoked, beyond the fact that children have been destroyed under these permits, and that you have Sea Org members making $47 a week working on these permits every single time you give one. All right, that's my final thing. I yield my time.
And we'll move next to Georgina, followed by Gigi. Please indicate which item you're speaking on.
Yeah, I misspoke earlier. I just want to speak on the minutes, please.
Very well. You have 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Thank you, TJ. I don't understand why, when I look at the minutes, I just see public comments were received. What were those public comments? What were the people's complaints? If citizens' voices are important and our words matter, why isn't that reflected in the minutes? Why do we have to fight to be included, to get our voices heard? Please update your system. You have access to a system that would easily allow this. Other cities use it across the nation. Sacramento uses it. Why aren't we using Granicus to its full potential? Please task your tech department to fix that. Thank you.
And Gigi, you'll have 3 minutes to offer your multiple agenda item comment. Please indicate which item you're speaking on.
Okay, I want to start with the presentation. Ms. Hoppenstand, I have a lot of respect for you. You've been nothing but fair. There's been one instance where I believe it was you, I could be wrong, but where you tried to say, when Audit LA was talking about Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant, and the agenda item was Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant, you called her off topic. If that's the biggest problem that I have with you, then obviously you're an awesome person, because that I'm digging to try to find that. But I have a lot of respect for you, and I wish you luck in your future endeavors. Going to the minutes, I feel like a broken record, but I'm going to keep saying it. The public comment section of the minutes really sucks. You guys can do better, and it would not involve that much more work. So please just do something about it. Something minimal, but at least something better than public comments have been received. Moving on to street updates. I also want to know when there's going to be a street update about L. Ron Hubbard Way, when there's going to be an update about when, those bricks are going to be ripped up and there's going to be parking and metered parking to get the city money. That's an update that I want to hear about the streets. But with that, I yield my time.
President King, that concludes multiple agenda item commentary this morning.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
So move.
First by President Pro Tem Grant, seconded by Commissioner Mitchell.
Very well. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of minutes, starting with you, President King.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and this item is approved unanimous.
Thank you. Moving to item number 1, which is on consent for Council District 11. Commissioners, any discussions? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
So moved.
First by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by President Pro Tem Grant.
Very well. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of item 1, starting with you, President King.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes. Item 1 is approved and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you. Item number 2 is from the Bureau of Sanitation for all council district. Request for authority, maintenance of low impact development, stormwater best management practices.
Good morning, President King, Vice President Chavez, President Pro Tempore Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, and City Attorney Hoppenstand. I'm Sam Naveed, Assistant Division Manager at the Wastewater Engineering Services Division with the Bureau of Sanitation. I'm here today to request the board's approval and authorization to execute a Memorandum of Agreement, or MOA, between LA Sanitation and Environment, hereby referred to as LA SAN, and the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority, hereby referred to as Metro, for the maintenance of low-impact development, or LID, stormwater best management practices along the Crenshaw-LAX Transit Corridor. This agreement formalizes how the two agencies will collaborate to ensure long-term operation and maintenance of the LID infrastructure that supports water quality improvements, sustainability, and compliance with the city's low-impact development ordinance and the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System's MS4 permit. The Crenshaw-LAX Transit Corridor is a major public transit investment connecting South Los Angeles to the Los Angeles International Airport area. As part of the project, Metro incorporated LID BMPs, such as vegetated swales, catch basin filters, and permeable elements, within the public right-of-way to reduce runoff pollution and promote stormwater infiltration. Under this MOA, Metro will maintain all LID facilities for a 5-year establishment period following final planting acceptance by the Bureau of Contract Administration. During this time, Metro will be responsible for all operations, maintenance, and inspections related to these LID features. After that 5-year period, maintenance responsibilities will transition to LA SAN, provided the facilities are in good working order at the time of handover. The agreement also includes a provision for an early turnover option, allowing Metro to transfer responsibilities sooner with proper notice and compensation to LA SAN. The agreement further includes detailed training and third-party participation provisions, allowing Metro to engage qualified maintenance organizations. The MOA clearly outlines the financial, legal, and insurance responsibilities of each party. Importantly, this is a standalone project-specific agreement. It does not set a precedent for other Metro projects or agreements currently in development. From a fiscal standpoint, there is no impact to the city's general fund. Metro will bear all costs associated during the 5-year maintenance period, and LA SAN will only receive reimbursement if it assumes maintenance earlier than scheduled. The funding sources, when it will be under the hands of LA SAN, will be funded through LA County Safe Clean Water Municipal Fund, Fund 60W. To provide a brief context on the project timeline, the initial 6.5-mile segment of the Metro K line from Expo Crenshaw Station to Westchester Veterans Station began public service on October 7, 2022. On November 3rd, 2024, the C and K lines began their final service patterns. And most recently, on June 6, 2025, the LAX Metro Transit Center at 96 and Aviation opened to the public, completing the final major piece of this corridor project. In summary, this agreement supports the city's commitment to green infrastructure, interagency collaboration, and long-term sustainability. The MOA ensures that the stormwater management features built as a part of this Metro transit project continue to protect water quality and improve community resilience. Upon approval, LA SAN will execute this final MOA with Metro and oversee its implementation. This concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much for your presentation, Commissioners. Any questions or comments? I know this is a very much President Pro Tem Grant.
No, I also want to just thank the comprehensiveness and your candor in the briefing, and the fact that you use black and white photos in your Xerox to save money as opposed to color, and the Happy Halloween greeting on the last page.
Absolutely, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Commissioners, Commissioner Mitchell.
Thank you for your report. Is there any, is there any opportunity for this sustainability type project to happen with regard to, say, the Purple Line or any other lines that are contemplated by Metro?
Yes, absolutely. So any construction within the public right-of-way that displaces impervious pavement, that's like asphalt, concrete, hardscape areas, would have to be replaced as far as the total water of stormwater volume that lands on those areas into one of these devices, planters, bioswales. For those forthcoming projects, those are currently under development, so we're definitely working with Metro. However, as I mentioned, this is a standalone as far as the agreement for maintenance purposes. This hopefully would not set that precedent moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
Vice President Chavez.
Yes, just notice that the maintenance agreement sets forth the that only the west side of the median. So who's maintaining the east side of the median and the other elements?
So this, I'll double check, maybe the language might be printed incorrectly, but this covers the entire transit corridor as far as the LAX Crenshaw corridor. So whether it's the left or right of the median, any stormwater that's captured would be sent to one of these different LID diversion structures. Yeah.
Got it. And then also I saw that the maintenance agreement is for 5 years once it's approved, unless LA Sanitation agrees to take it on earlier. Under what circumstances would that occur?
So yeah, that's a great question. So the initial project completion of the K line began October 7, 2022. So that is the initial start date. We are roughly 3 years in of Metro's 5 years maintenance plan. Metro can exercise or bring up actually the opportunity to transfer it to LA SAN. It hasn't happened. It hasn't formalized. However, some of the circumstances could be potentially funding related issues that Metro may have run into. But as of right now, the maintenance agreement is currently with Metro.
Okay. And then do we have an estimated amount of how much the annual maintenance would happen after such time?
Under LA Sanitation? I don't have that information on me. However, I can get back to you on that.
Okay. I mean, I think it's important to know and plan ahead, right? In terms of we're agreeing to this, and obviously there's a public benefit of having these projects, but that certainly that analysis should be included, maybe not in the agreement, but as part of the briefing materials, because we are trying to look ahead. And as you mentioned, the certain elements of the project have already been in place for 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So does that mean in 2 years we'd be taking over maintenance for that element, that part of the K line?
Yes, correct. However, any funding that may be needed for the remainder of the period for LA SAN would actually come from LA County Safe Clean Waters Fund. It wouldn't impact the city's general fund.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments on this item? All right, I know this is a very anticipated agreement, so seeing no other discussion, is there a first and a second? First by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by President Pro Tem Grant.
Thank you, President Kang. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of item 2, starting with you, President Kang.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell. Aye. All ayes, and item 2 is adopted and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Item number 3, related to an administrative item for Council District 14, advertising for the invitation of bids for the Central Business District Sewer Rehabilitation Unit 11B, Alameda to 6th Street. So I know we don't have any speakers for this, so is there a first and a second?
Second.
First by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by President Pro Tem Grant.
Very well. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote, starting with you, President Kang.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes. Item 3 is adopted and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you very much. Item number 4 is communication, release of stop notice, Associated Ready Mix Concrete Incorporated, in the amount of $6,291.50. Commissioners, are there any discussions on this? Seeing none, is there a first and a second?
Second.
First by Commissioner Mitchell, seconded by President Pro Tem Grant.
Thank you, President Kang. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote on approval of item 4, starting with you, President Kang.
Aye.
Vice President Chavez.
Aye.
President Pro Tem Grant.
Aye.
And Commissioner Mitchell. All ayes, and item 4 is received and will move forward forthwith.
Thank you. Item number 5, oral report from all bureaus on the status of all contracts and policy number 793 updates. Let me bring up, why don't we have Bureau of Sanitation go first?
Good morning, Commissioners. I am David Santos of LA Sands Administration Division. I'm here to present LA Sanitation Environment's personal service contracts quarterly report summary for the quarter ending September 30, 2025. For this reporting period, total amount billed on all LaSan personal service contracts since last quarter is $29,228,905. Its breakdown for total contracts with subcontractor participation is as follows. MBE WE Outreach Program contracts are $5,828,601. Business Inclusion Program contracts is $23,400,304. For contracts expiring within the next 9 months. One contract under the Clearwater Program will not be renewed. That one is the Ballard Marine Construction Incorporated contract, number C132310. That is expiring November 1, 2025. That is for the annual and as-needed outfall inspections for the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant. The status is a new RFP was issued for these services, and the board approved execution of a new contract. That contract is now under ED3 review. For the policy number 793 update, for TOSs greater than 150,000, there were 6 new TOSs executed. Its total contract amount is $35,763,606. For TOSs less than 150,000, there were 2 new TOSs executed. That total contract amount is $198,000. This completes LA Sands update for this quarter. I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments while commissioners are reviewing? As you mentioned in the handout, there's one contract that's not being renewed. Can you let us know the reason for that?
Well, I could probably get more information from the project manager, but it looks like a different consultant is being awarded that contract. In October 3rd, the board approved that award. So we're waiting the finalization of that process with the mayor's office and so forth. I could get back to you with more details as to the reasoning for that switch from the people involved, if you'd like.
Thank you very much. And then, commissioners, any other questions? And one request for me is, this is a lot of information to review within a matter of minutes. So we would appreciate all bureaus. I believe the commission has requested this before, preferably 1 week before this meeting, if not at least a couple days before, would be appreciated so that we can ask the appropriate questions.
That would be through email or hard copy?
Email to Mr. Knight here, and he can distribute it to the rest of us.
Very well. We might have emailed it, but I'll follow up on that as well.
Okay. And then please make sure to, in your communication, sometimes a staff here is not doing it automatically, but make sure to ask that you distribute it to the board.
Very well.
Okay. Seeing no other discussion, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll bring up the Bureau of Contract Administration.
Hi, good morning, commissioners and executive staff. My name is Andrew Fu. I'm with the Office of Wage Standards in the Bureau of Contract Administration. During this reporting period, which covers July, August, and September of this year, a total of $67,819.67 was invoiced for contract and task order activities. $17,541.67 was invoiced for training services provided by Coro Southern California to BCA Middle Management and executive staff. This sole source agreement with Coro Southern California will be extended by 3 months until December 11th of 2025 to accommodate training for newly hired executive staff. $50,278 was invoiced for TOS BCA 24001, which was awarded to Pastilla Incorporated to expand the Bureau's communication channels, create a new brand identity, and consolidate its various websites into a central repository for all Bureau-related programs. This contract expired on September 1st of 2025. BCA did not issue nor award tasks over $150,000, nor are there any additional amendments executed or pending. This concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments on this? Quick clarification related to the Coro contract. That was executed, right? It's not pending.
Yes, executed, correct.
Okay. All right. Seeing no other discussion, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next up, Bureau of Street Services.
Good morning, President and Commissioners. Congratulations again, Adina and Kevin. I'm Adrian Sedano reporting on the status of all contracts for the Bureau of Street Services with a couple of updates. During this reporting period, the Bureau had a total of 25 active contracts, 1 amended contract, 5 contracts pending expiration within the last 90 days, and 1 contract that expired during that same period. Starting with items 1 and 2, these are asphalt production contracts with All American Asphalt, currently on a month-to-month basis. We released an RFP, evaluated the 2 proposals that we received by the due date, and now we're in negotiations with the proposers and drafting the award contract. For items 3 through 7, which cover disposal services with 5 different contractors, the current contract is set to expire on December 31st, 2025. The board approved the release of the RFP on September 3rd, 2025, and it was released the following day. We received 4 proposals by the October 22nd due date, and evaluations are in progress. Item 8 relates to the bus benches contract with Martin Outdoor Media. At this time, we have no new information to report. For item 9, heavy equipment transport with Ecology Auto Parts, which expires on October 31st, 2026. We are currently drafting a new RFP. Item 10 is the Venice Canals and Bologna Lagoon maintenance contract with Mariposa Landscapes. The board approved to award and execute a new contract with Mariposa Landscapes on September 22nd, 2025. Mayoral 83 was approved on October 23rd, 2025, and today it was just heard here at board. Item 11 covers the sidewalk and transit amenities program with Transito Vector. We have no new updates to report. Item 12 is for education services for the street maintenance technology program with LA Trade Tech. The amendment to extend the term by 5 years through June 30th, 2030, and increase the contract amount to $1.2 million was executed on August 26, 2025. Items 13 through 17 cover the pre-qualified on-call list for sidewalk and park vending outreach and education contracts. The work for the NTPs issued to the Imagen Group and MCG and Associates has been completed. Items 18 through 21 are for landscape median islands maintenance. We also have no new updates on these items. Item 22 is the hazardous waste disposal contract with Clean Harbors Environmental Services. The board approved the amendment to include fire recovery services on August 18th, 2025. ED3 was approved on September 5th, 2025. Council approved the amendment on October 7th, 2025, and the contract is pending execution. Items 23 to 24 are the cool pavement contracts with Creative Paving Solutions and Pavement Coatings Company. NTPs were issued on August 1st, 2025 for both contracts. Additionally, the report to revise the work order number for Pavement Coatings Company is scheduled to be heard by the board on November 5th, 2025. Item 25 is the Mission Mile Sepulveda project. A report is being drafted to adjust the funding sources due to receipt of $4 million in grant funds from the Southern California Association of Governments. We also have 3 pending contracts. First is for freeway off-ramp closure services. The board authorized Streets LA to release the RFP on August 13, 2025. The RFP was released the following day, and we received 2 proposals by the October 8, 2025 due date. For laboratory testing services and electric vehicle charging services, we are currently drafting new contracts. The next section of the report covers the list of our task order solicitations. As always, we thank the Bureau of Engineering for allowing us to use their on-call contracts to issue these TOSs. We currently have 10 active TOSs with none pending. Item 1, TOS 52, we have no new updates. Item 2, TOS 26, all work has been completed and a closeout letter is pending. Items 3 through 7, we have no new updates. Item 8, which is TOS BSS 002. It's a new TOS. This TOS was released on May 19, 2025, where 1 proposal was received by the June 20th due date. The board approved the award on September 17th, and the NTP was issued through October 2025 for a total of $650,000. Item 9, which is TOS 204, it's a new TOS as well. The TOS was released on March 26, 2025. 9 proposals were received by the April 2nd due date. The board approved the award on August 13th, and the NTP was issued through August 19th for a total of $6,721,552. Item 10, which is TOS 205, is a new TOS as well. The TOS was released on February 10, 2025, with 6 proposals were received by the March 24th due date. The board approved the award on August 13th, and the NTP was issued through August 25th for a total of $2,587,322. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments? All right, thank you for highlighting it in green, so it was easier to follow.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Next up, do we have anybody from the Bureau of Engineering? All right.
Good morning, Board. I'm Jonathan Carroll from Bureau of Engineering. I have no additional data or revisions to add to the report that we previously submitted entitled Personal Services Contract System PSCS Quarterly Status Report for July 1, 2025 through September 30, 2025.
Can you repeat the last part?
The subject of the report is entitled Personal Services Contract Systems PSCS Quarterly Status Report for July 1, 2025 through September 30, 2025.
So are you saying that was submitted?
Yes.
previously?
Yes.
Okay. TJ, can you follow up after the meeting and then recirculate if possible?
Yes.
Thank you very much. That's it, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you. And thank you, Adina.
I believe we have lights.
Bureau of Engineering as well.
Engineering, okay.
Morning, my name is Jai Morales. I'm from the Bureau of Engineering Wastewater Conveyance Construction Division. I'm here to present the Bureau's construction order report for the period of July 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2025. The report before you includes a list of construction service contracts managed by the Bureau of Engineering and provides a work order, title, and issuance date for each construction order issued under $150,000. Construction service contracts authorize BOE staff to use on-call lists of contractors that provide emergency and as-needed services throughout Los Angeles for a 5-year contract term. To issue notices to proceed with work on these contracts, we typically utilize what we refer to as a construction order. A construction order document typically defines the scope of work, project budget, and method of payment. These documents are signed by the engineer and senior engineer after the contractor accepts the work. I will now present the report for quarter 1. Under the municipal facilities and related projects, there was 0 construction orders issued for this quarter. Under the emergency geotechnical and structural program, there was 0 construction orders for this quarter. Under the street improvement program, there was 0 construction orders issued for this quarter. Under the emergency storm drain repairs program, there was a total of 13 construction orders issued with an amount of $113,800. Under the emergency demolition services program, there was 0 construction orders issued. Under the emergency construction and repair services, there was 0 construction orders issued. And under the emergency sewers repair program, there was a total number of construction orders and revised construction orders totaling 118 with a total amount of $3,865,000. This concludes my presentation for this quarter. Any questions?
Thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments? All right, seeing none, thank you very much.
Thank you.
One final call. Do we have anybody from Lights? All right. Thank you very much. Moving on to item number 6, status update on major upcoming street improvement projects from the Bureau of Street Services.
Just a quick follow-up to the commissioners. I did find the email with the BOE report. It would be helpful if BOE was to address myself or my staff to ask if it was distributed. I will distribute it now to the commissioners. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. President King, Vice President Chavez, Pro Tem Grant, Commissioner Mitchell, City Attorney, Executive Officer Adina, you will be missed, just to say that first. My name is Sherrod Nichols. I am the General Superintendent, Operations Manager, overseeing the Street Renewal Division, responsible for resurfacing, reconstruction, and slurry seal. This information is being provided to keep the public informed of any upcoming resurfacing projects and the work throughout the city, and also to minimize the impact of to the community, as well as delays. For any information as far as any accommodations or any questions, you can always contact our coordinating section at 213-847-3200. You can also contact me, Sherrod Nichols, at 213-847-3200. Currently, there are no major upcoming projects for the Metro or Valley region for the month of November 2nd through the 8th. However, I will provide information on large asphalt repairs for 25-26. During the week of November 2nd through November 8th, the Metro and Valley region, we are proposing roughly 21 locations, resulting in 1.88 lane miles. We have communicated with LADOT for any striping or traffic control assistance. We have distributed the notifications and issued all the information to the stakeholders and the council offices. And I just want to provide a few locations that we did, that we're doing, roughly around 21 locations. Location in CD15. We have 4 locations in CD11, Centinela, Delaware to Manchester. And those are like different segments. It's not one segment. On Figueroa, we had a few segments. We had 6 segments on Figueroa, starting at Manchester to 87th, and then ending at 108th to 109th. Florence, Normandy to Brighton in CD8, and also Glen Oaks, Cobath to Durrell, and ending at Paxton and Devontree in CD7. Had a location on Nordhoff and Valjean to Gothic in CD12. CD5, Overland, Missouri to LaGrange. CD6, Sylvan, Sylmar to Van Nuys. Vermont, East Roadway, Imperial 115th in CD8. Western, 2nd Street to 3rd Street. And then 3rd Street, Las Palmas Avenue to McCadden Place in CD5. So I did attach a photo of one of the locations that we completed on Western Avenue, 8th Street to Washington. There was some rutting and some other pavement distress at this location. We had to address this like early in the morning to kind of alleviate any conflicts with traffic. We did have a traffic control assistant and officer there to ensure that traffic flowed smoothly. And we finished the location in 2 days. This concludes my report, and I will take any questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Commissioners, any questions or comments? Mr. Nichols, can you email us I would love to get the location info that you just mentioned per council district. You mentioned there's upcoming, like, numbers of in council districts. Didn't you just mention that?
Oh yeah, those were the completed locations that I attached to the email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
But but I do have, so next week I'll have the more locations that we've completed. I want to provide the complete locations versus the proposed.
Perfect.
Because, you know, certain things happen in construction, so I just want to provide the accurate information.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Any last comments or questions? All right. Seeing none, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great Halloween.
You too. Thank you.
All right. With that, I do want to, before we adjourn, recognize a new member of the Public Works family. We have Mr. Daniel Kim from the Bureau of Street Services. You want to come up real quick and introduce yourself?
Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning. It's a real privilege and an honor to rejoin the Bureau of Street Services family. I'm really looking forward to working with you all. I have a great team. One of them just presented, so I'm just really, really blessed to be here. So thank you.
Thank you for being here. And then we'll chat more after the conclusion of this meeting. And then with that, we're going to conclude. But also, I know our city attorney is present. Adina, thank you again. This is your final meeting with us. And Mr. Knight, does that conclude our items for today?
Yes, it does, President King.
All right. Our next meeting will be next Monday, which is November 3rd, 2025. The meeting is now adjourned at 11:11 a.m. And Mr. Kim, you want to join?